Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here with this Victa Mustang, which you might have seen in the backyard. I picked it up as part of a deal for next to nothing a long time ago, and it's just been lying around. So today on the channel here, we're going to see if we can get this to run. Now it's a little bit older than the normal Victa mowers that I've done in the past, and there's been a few of you in the comments saying, hey Drew, where's the Victas? We want to get back to a lawnmower. So here we're going to just see what we've got, and we're going to see if we can get this Victa Mustang to run. I really got no idea why I got it cheap and what's actually wrong with it. But anyway, let's do the obligatory cleanup, get the pressure washer out, and then we'll get into this and see what we've got. So let's get into it. So it always looks much better after you've actually cleaned the mower. Just look at how well this has actually come up. Now, to be honest, this is actually a little bit earlier model than I typically work with. I like the Power Torque engines. However, this is one of the earlier engines, it's a little bit older. It's actually got the side pull. I've never actually played with a mower with that side pull instead of the top pull start on there. However, it does have the G4 carburetor. So what I think I might do is I might put my carburetor kit, you may have seen that in some of my other Victa lawnmower videos, put my carburetor kit, so the metal needle and the faceplate and O-ring, put that in, then we'll test for spark and we'll just see how it goes. It does feel like it's got reasonable compression there, so I'm pretty hopeful that we'll be able to get this old Victa Mustang running. So let's start by getting this old faceplate off of this carburetor. As I said, with every Victa mower that comes through my hands, I always just replace the old faceplate. I reuse the float. This one is pretty old, but should be okay. And you can see it's got one of the real original plastic needles in there. So we're going to replace that with my faceplate, new O-ring, and I've got this fabulous little metal needle to put in there. You can see that there. So let's give that a bit of a clean with the old Carby cleaner. And we also spray up the spot where it's going to go from the main jet screw. Make sure that's nice and clean, and we'll give the float a bit of a clean as well. Certainly a little bit slimy, you can feel that straight away, but who knows how long this mower has sat around for. It's certainly been in the back of my yard for a good 6 months, but it could have been in someone else's yard for years. And I certainly always like to give everything a thorough pressure clean before I work on them. Just makes it so much nicer. You can see there's a little bit of grime still underneath that carburetor, so I just give that a bit of a wipe, just because we want to make sure everything is really nice and clean, so we're not getting any blockages. And we'll give this little main jet screw a decent clean as well. So I just give that a nice spray through there, and then up the center. You can see we've got a nice flow starting to happen there. And just while I've got that face plate off, something I like to do is just to get some oxy tip files and just make sure we've got absolutely no debris caught in that passage down there of that carburetor. That feels really nice there. So let's get our new face plate and our needle installed. So we've got our new O-ring there. Pop that on just like these. These can be a little bit finicky sometimes. And I've just got some silicone lubricant spray just to pop a little bit on like that. Just makes it go in just that fraction easier. And just spin that around like that. And then we can drop our metal needle in just like that. Our float, because we're reusing the float that we had before. So we can pop him on just like that there. Spin it over, and remember the float always goes down, and we just slide him on just like that with one hand. Then we just need to get that nice and level. Hold it there, and then we'll screw in our screw in the front. Now this is actually also the main jet, so this screw is double purpose, and we just want to be careful when we screw that in that we don't cross thread it. You see I've done that by hand. That one went in really well. Sometimes you get them and people have been into them and you can tell the thread's already a little bit worn, but this one was nice. And then just notch it up firm. It is plastic, so you don't want to over tighten it. So it should be good to go. I think the next thing we'll do is just check that it's actually got spark before we try to start it up. So to test for spark, and you may have seen this in some of my other videos, I've got this lead which I've made up, and that's simply, I'll take the spark plug out and then I'll connect the one end of the lead to the base of the spark plug and then the other end onto the engine block. And that's so I've got that spark plug grounded and I don't have to hold it onto the block whilst I'm pulling the handle. I just find this really, really convenient, folks. Just this simple lead makes my life so much easier. So let's get this spark plug out, pull that boot cap off and get our Victa spark plug spanner onto the spark plug. Now I can feel that spark plug was actually loose to start with. So someone's already been here and it's incredibly black. Look at that, folks. So I'm actually going to grab, to be honest, I'm not even going to bother with this spark plug. I'm going to grab a brand new spark plug straight away. You know what? Whilst I've grabbed a brand new spark plug, I am just going to, with this dirty spark plug, the first thing I'm going to do is actually pop that back into the boot. Click that in, bring it into a position. I'm actually going to test it for spark to start with this dirty old spark plug and see if we've actually got anything. All right, and we'll just give that a pull now and check for spark. And as expected, we've got nothing. So let's get that old manky spark plug out and let's get a fresh new plug in. And just, when you put that in, just make sure it's gone in and actually clicks across the electrode. You can see it's not quite wanting to push in, so just get the lead down and there we go. You can see it's just slid past now, so it'll make really nice contact. So just sit that there. I'll bring you around into good position as well. All right, so let's not forget to put our ground strap on there and let's give that a pull for a spark. And that's got spark, but let's just make sure that you can see it on camera. Just bring you around with a bit better angle and give that a pull again. And you can see that's now got plenty of spark there. So folks, we've got spark sorted. We've cleaned the carburetor, so hopefully we've got a good fuel supply. Let's get the spark plug back into the engine. We know that it feels like it's got reasonable compression when we turn the engine over. So let's get this spark plug in. Let's get some fresh fuel and let's see if she'll fire up. All right, let's get that boot on there. That's just slid on nicely. So like I said earlier, I've never actually played with one of these earlier Victas. However, what I can see straight away, it's got this nice little bracket at the back, so we can sit the fuel tank on there just like that, connect it up, and we can actually run the mower easily without the top cover on. So got that hooked up now. Let's get some fresh fuel into it. And as an added bonus, we've got the old fuel gauge in the cap, just like my grandpa's old Victa used to have. I'll show you, see how that works. It's got the glass or plastic prism that goes down to show you the fuel level indicator. It's just fantastic. Victas from back in the day, they were ahead of their time, they really were. And I've just loved working on the Victa mowers, because you just see the same technology just slightly evolved through the generations. That should be enough fuel there just to get us going. It's actually got a really big fuel tank on it as well, so someone with a large yard, assuming this is going to run, is going to really love this mower. So turn that tap on, just check, yep, we've got fuel coming through, fantastic. So question is, what's it going to do? Is it going to run? Let's come around, give it 3 primes, 1 extra for good luck. Come around, as I always do. We'll go down, up, and back to the start position. I'm going to go roughly halfway, and we'll give that a pull. Oh, hey! First pull, folks. First pull from the Mustang. So there you go, folks. What an absolute beauty of a mower. I can't believe that someone actually discarded this mower. As you've seen, all I've done is put my carby kit in, put a new spark plug in, we've just cleaned it, and it started first pull. So, oh my gosh, I think we're gonna have to try and clean up these handlebars a bit. Just clean it up. Let's see how good we can make this old classic Victa Mustang look, folks. So sometimes with chrome, you can use a bit of the old WD-40 spray on the chrome and get stuck into it with steel wool to clean up the chrome. I personally think this one's a little bit too far gone, but let's just see if we can make any improvement. And quite amazing, actually. Straight away, you can see it's actually lifting a little bit of that surface rust. So it is looking a little bit better. So I might just put you on time lapse and let's see what we can do to actually clean up these handlebars. So as you saw on the time lapse, I swapped over to this little wire brush on my drill because the steel wool was a little bit tedious, but I was genuinely surprised that with this wire brush, I could see straight away that we're able to take the rust off, and there's actually chrome underneath the rust. So if you compare side to side, already we've made a remarkable difference. So I'm going to crack on with the wire brush on the drill, and let's see if we can tidy up the rest of these handlebars. So as you saw, folks, that WD-40 has really transformed these chrome handlebars on this Victa lawnmower. And as you saw, I ended up getting stuck into it with the wire wheel on my drill, but obviously the chrome on these old Victa lawnmowers was so thick and so good, it hasn't even taken the chrome off. I mean, I can see my face in the reflection of the chrome all over, and you saw these handlebars. They were truly, really rusted. So if you want to clean your handlebars up, that's the way to do it, folks. But anyway, let's get into cleaning up the rest of this mower. Let's see if we can find a catcher for it, and let's see how good we can really make this old Victa full crank alloy bodied lawnmower look. So there you go, folks. The Victa Mustang is really starting to look a treat. And if you saw, we blasted this 2-year engine warranty for the Super Start lawnmower sticker straight off when we were pressure cleaning. So let's use a little bit of super glue just to glue that back on. Chuck that back onto position in there. You can see where it went. Nothing's going to blast that off now in the future. So she really is looking an absolute treat. The Victa Mustang, I should say the Vintage VICTA Mustang. And if you have got this far through the video, folks, you must be a Victa fan. So I do shout out to you and think about becoming a member. I'll chuck a link in the video of how you can become a member to the channel. But you know, every dollar helps and we can produce more content like this. But if you've made it this far through this video, I know that you're really here to hear this vintage Victa Mustang run again. So let's give her a start. She's cold because I've been working on it for so long, so turn that fuel tap on. We'll give her 3 primes. And when you hear that really good bzzz into the carburetor when you prime it, you know she's priming well. So down, up to that start position, and let's give her a pull. There we go, folks. How good is that? There you go, folks. That's the vintage Victa Mustang video done. Isn't she an absolute beauty? Someone threw this mower away and all I have done is literally put my carby kit through it, put a new spark plug in it, clean it up, and just look at her. She's a full crank engine and she just purrs beautifully. And as you've seen, every single time I've started, it started first pull now. So it's just freaking excellent. So if you have liked the video, give us a like, drop us a comment down below, tell us what you think about it and this mower in particular. And if you're interested in more content like this, check out the channel because we've got a whole playlist of Victa restorations and how to fix up your Victas. But also on the channel, we repair and maintain a number of vehicles. On the channel, we've got the Mercedes ML Class, the Audi A3, the Mazda 3, there's a little Holden Barina occasionally. There's a BMW Z4 pops in occasionally too, so there really is something for everyone on the channel. So if you're interested in any of that content, do subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a good evening.